At the World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Great Britain's women won bronze in the 4x100 metre relay. We can now boast 3 or 4 genuinely world-class sprinters, with Dnia Asher-Smith, Daryll, Neita and Imani-Lara Landiquot all breaking 11 seconds for the 100 metres in 2023. We've come a long way, as such performances back in 2012 would have been the stuff of dreams, or perhaps a film. The notion of Britain being internationally successful in the sprints was not an idea worthy of Hollywood, but it was good enough for Studio Canal to take a punt on. Fast Girls was greenlit to do for athletics what Bend It Like Beckham did for football, and serve a feel-good, against-the-odds sports comedy drama set in London. I think it somewhat delivers on that. Regan Hall was on board to direct a script, provided by James and Noel Clarke and Roy Williams. The whole point of the film was to tie in with the London 2012 Olympics, but unfortunately for the writers, the IOC is very protective of the use of its name. So this was set in a fictional and nondescript championship in the hope the audience wouldn't notice, not unlike how Run Fuck Boy Run replaced the London Marathon with the fake Nike River Run. Lenora Crichlow plays the protagonist Shania Andrews, a 200 metre sprinter and not much of a team player.
Relay. I've got a space on the team and it's yours if you want it.
Yeah, I've never really run the relay before.
Same principle as the solos. Run, fast, win race.
Yeah, I'm not very good with teams though.
She has a rivalry with frenemy posh girl Lisa Temple, played by Lily James, and the British sprint squad is made up of characters played by Lorraine Burroughs, Dominique Tipper, and a pre-James Bond Lashana Lynch. Shania has individual aspirations and abandons the relay team after personal and professional breakdowns with Lisa. She then uses her free time to strike up a relationship with the team physio Carl, who is off limits due to professionalism, etc. Yes, this is the exact subplot that cropped up in Bend It Like Beckham. But as Fast Girls was released shortly after the fallout in British cycling after Victoria Pendleton and Scott Gardner were exposed, it does seem somewhat relevant in a film like this. Carl, incidentally, is played by Bradley James, who was King Arthur in Merlin. I watched Fast Girls when it came out, and I thought it was utterly ridiculous that a sprinter would not want to compete in a relay. Noel Clarke's coach character seems to have to convince her to join the team in the first place, and Shania is only too happy to walk away at the first sign of trouble. Being in a relay squad does, as the coach points out, give more chance of getting a medal and being eligible for lottery funding. The only reason an athlete wouldn't want to take part, it seemed to me at the time, is if they had been frozen out for some drug misdemeanour, like Dwayne Chambers had been at that point. But now, in 2024, we are in a position when Reese Prescott can not be involved in a relay team, and it seems normal. I'm not sure if Fast Girls was ahead of its time, but Shania's attitude doesn't make her endearing. She does go through some character development in deciding after all to take one and be part of the team, and a turning point is when she and Lisa swap relay legs. All Shania needed to be told, it seems, was that she is faster than her rival, and all is fine. The script is a bit cliché in places, but I guess as a feel-good drama this was likely to be the case. And it was also filmed around Crystal Palace and shows off perhaps what could have been for the old stadium, which is now sadly in disrepair. What I think the film lacks more than anything though are some really good jokes, and it says something that what I'm about to show you I think is actually the best line of the film.
Well, I'm fine, thanks, Shania. Nice of you to ask. Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? But I guess we've all been focusing on our events.
I've been a bitch, you know.
More of an ostrich, actually.
What?
Sticking your head in the sand, then running damn fast in between.
It is always good to see London on the screen, and all too rare to see a film about my favourite sports. Fast Girls is a fun and easy watch. Perhaps it's decent viewing then for the off-season, rather than a replacement for the real thing. So it's probably a better alternative than watching videos like this one.